How is it that some Etsy sellers seem to blow up their shops and make thousands of dollars fast, while others are stuck in analysis paralysis and barely make any sales? To find out, I invited over 100 Etsy sellers to join me in Orlando at our very first Ultimate Etsy Summit. I sat down with both high performers and brand new sellers to uncover what actually moves the needle on Etsy. We called it the Ultimate Etsy Summit. We brought in coaches to speak on specific topics. We brought in outside speakers as well. There were over 100 sellers from all different stages of their business, from people making their first sale to those who are making over $50,000 a month. And we had live hot seats, we had expert trainings, we had breakout sessions, and even a VIP event where we got to know each other a bit better. The goal of this was to have real breakthroughs. I wanted everyone to walk away from our summit with clear action steps of what they needed to prioritize and focus on in their business this year. So I had the chance of meeting people and hugging these people who I had really journeyed with in their Etsy shop. And it was kind of like a family made up of ambitious Etsy sellers who were ready to take action. Now, leading up to the event, it was a whirlwind. We had planned this event for October in Orlando. I thought fall in Florida must be fine. Well, they have hurricanes there. So our October event was actually completely derailed and we had to postpone it to January, but it just gave us time to make it bigger and better. So we were preparing our slides, our presentations, working with the speakers, outlining the days. So how I felt before the event, I'll be honest, I was nervous. Maybe people wouldn't show up to the rescheduled one. Maybe they wouldn't like the topics we chose. Even though we surveyed them for the topics they wanted. I do 2 YouTube videos a week and I thought what can I give these people that I haven't already given them? How can I make this worth their time to come on this trip? But underneath all of that, there was a ton of excitement because I knew that this could be the type of moment and event that could change people's lives and really get them on a new path for the rest of the year and really to get their business to a new level that they didn't think was possible. I really wanted everyone to leave with a strategy that they were excited about and confident enough and motivated to take action on, for us to give them the clarity on what to prioritize to really see different results. And I wanted people to feel solidarity that they are not alone in their Etsy business and that there is a community of really high achieving Etsy sellers who will support them and push them to keep going when they feel like giving up. So whether we helped them with their pricing strategies or their product mix or sourcing or their social media or their branding, I wanted everyone to get clarity, momentum, and community. Because when you're surrounded by people who are taking big actions, it really rubs off on you. There's so many stories that really stood out to me. One of the stories was with Erica, and Erica has 2 very small children, and she was just having a hard time getting it all done.
So obviously I am sitting on tons of product photography that I've already taken.
Yes.
And the problem is finding the time to sit down and create listings. Listings don't take me like 30 minutes. They take me a lot longer.
How many listings would that be?
Maybe I have 8 or 9 or 10 that I've photographed already.
So the opportunity cost of not getting those up, that could be like $500 a day.
Yeah, more.
So I would think, how long is that flight home?
It is 3 hours.
I would buy the Wi-Fi.
Buy the Wi-Fi.
It will be so worth it.
Because I don't have the kids screaming at me.
You won't have kids. Get to the airport early. And I would honestly, 8 listings, how long does each one take?
Oh, me? Hours.
Really?
Yeah, especially if it's not a copy and paste. Like if it's not, I have to learn how to word it and write the description and tags and keywords and all that.
I would honestly make a goal to have them done by the time you land. I know you're.
Wait, how many?
From the time you get to the airport, try to get one done before you get on. Have them imperfect, send them to us.
Okay.
And just publish them.
Okay.
If they're not perfect, fine. But then they're up. Descriptions, just like a couple bullet points, even if it's like 3 sizes, 5 colors. Patch sweatshirts that I did, I had the idea for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And I didn't list them for almost 6 months. Those ended up doing like 50 grand a month.
I know.
And that was so much money that I lost by not having it months sooner.
She's excellent with everything she does, which sometimes could mean things could take a little bit longer because she had listings that were sitting on the back burner ready to publish. Maybe you can relate to that, honestly. Her drive and her heart and her why is so admirable. Another one, a story that really stands out was one of my clients, Stephie. She was stuck at like 45 sales for the longest time, and now she's actually over 30,000 orders in her shop.
2023 has probably been the hardest year of my entire life. We lost my grandmother that year. And we also lost my childhood dog. I know that might seem like nothing, but I was like, I don't have the head for this. What am I going to do? But we pushed through, and then October happened. I think we've become the constraint. What is the thing that is preventing us to grow more? I think we are going to do a different product mix. We are trying to expand and do something different. Then we're going to be able to grow at least double the revenue.
Triple.
She
has had really difficult times, losing her grandmother, big decisions and changes in her life, not just business tough times, but personal tough times. And, being able to support people and being there for them in their life, not just in their business, has been just a real blessing that's come out of all of this. I talked to her about a product idea there that she really took and ran with. And that's probably her highest volume product right now at this point in the year. Another person I met was Adrienne. And Adrienne, she was one of my first YouTube subscribers. I remember she signed up for my program when her husband was away. She's like, this better work because I'm doing this, and this better work, Dylan. She was one of my first 5 clients. And almost 3 years later, she is still with me. She's part of our elite inner circle, and we are surrounding her with support to build a new business. And one of my favorite things that I didn't expect was to be able to meet people's spouses. It was amazing to see those partnerships. And I think Wes, my husband, and I, we've tried to be a source of inspiration for people who are looking to use Etsy to really change the future of their family and their business. Knowing that we helped inspire that future that they're building is so rewarding. We got to meet Katrina. She was on our panel. She actually had a baby, and she was like doing over 30 grand a month with our program. And we got to meet her husband. And then I got to meet some people who we had been working with for a little while, and maybe there was some resistance to change in their shops when we were coaching them online. And then when we got to meet them in person, and they were surrounded by people who've been trusting the full process 100% and seeing that huge transformation, I think it just gave them the confidence and encouragement to go all in. So for people who were stuck, or they felt like they were spinning their wheels, or they felt like they were not moving at the pace they wanted to, usually it's from not being all in and all committed. And I think everyone left this feeling all in and all committed. And then we had people who were on the fence about launching their shops, and they hadn't yet launched their shops. And this gave them the final push that they needed to finally get their shops open.
How do I find the balance between a premium brand that is also a fun brand for parties? That's what I've been struggling with.
What I would be doing is looking to the event planners for like celebrities and looking at their party themes. Party themes are super trendy. The theme this year, it's not going to be the same next year. You have to be really paying attention to that. They're looking for the same look and feel, but at an accessible price point. I mean, even if you did like more fun wedding, place cards with a laser, table numbers, all of that, seating charts, acrylic would be really fun because some really cool colors, photographs so well.
The breakthroughs were amazing, the transformation, and every breakout session was designed to give you an execution plan. And we would rotate around with different coaches and myself around these breakout sessions, ask you what you're struggling with, you'd ask questions, and we would give you a tactical plan that you could then execute. And we did this both days of the summit, and I think that was one of the favorite parts. I'm really excited about the next summit. The next summit, we're gonna have more coaches, we're going to have more one-on-one moments, and I would say longer breakout sessions. We sent out feedback forms to every attendee, and we got amazing feedback. And from that, we are already planning on how to make the next event even better. This summit reminded me that proximity to momentum is everything. It doesn't happen in isolation on your own. You need to surround yourself with fast momentum that others are experiencing. And those are the sellers that are making the biggest moves right now. They're ready to take action before they feel ready. And I always say, put the food in the oven before it's preheated. That's kind of my motto. So if you want to get on the wait list for the next Ultimate Etsy Summit, I would love to see you there. Click on the link in the description, and we'll put it in the comments as well. And you will be the first to hear about it, because I would love to personally meet you, give you a big hug, and help you with your business, give you some clear strategies live in person. Now, if you want to see what started this all, which was our first student meetup in Las Vegas last year, go check out the next video, and we'll take you behind the scenes of our very first student meetup. You'll get to meet the students, you'll get to hear them talk about their experiences, and you'll see the whole behind the scenes of how we orchestrated this.